Miserable Katie Price sunbathes in Thailand alone and looks skinnier than ever after losing a stone in 2 weeks. Katie Price is looking skinnier than ever as she sunbathes in Thailand after jetting off for a New Year break. The 41-year-old mom of 5 is looking skinnier than ever after losing a stone in 2 weeks over the stress of bankruptcy last month. Katie has taken her son Harvey on holiday to Thailand after her exes banned her from taking the rest of her brood. And it looks like she's making the most of the peace and quiet as she sunbathes by the pool. She showed off her trim figure in a pair of black bikini bottoms with diamonte detail. And she kept her famous curves covered with a lacy black camisole top. Last month we reported Katie lost a stone in just 2 weeks through the stress of her bankruptcy. The source said, "Katie's dropped around a stone in 2 weeks, it's really worrying. She's rushing around all over the place, and is really stressed out. She hasn't cooked the proper meal in weeks and is practically on a liquid diet. Even when she went to Shish the other night she only ate a couple of prawns and a bit of meat. Normally, Katie loves junk food and takeaway, so everyone's really worried." Katie went makeup-free as she sunbathed and piled her hair on top of her head in a messy bun. Earlier this week, we reported that Katie was banned from taking her kids away on holiday for New Year because their dads, Peter Andre and Karen Haler, are worried about them returning late and missing school. The reality star wanted to take Honey, Jet and Princess away on holiday to Thailand, but friends claimed that their dads were worried they wouldn't be back in time for the 2020 school term, which begins next week. So she has gone ahead and taken her oldest son Harvey, 17. New date, new start, new year, wait and see my comeback. Independent women side sick, she wrote on Instagram. Before it all begins, I've come away with just me and my Harvey bear. Katie is desperate for a holiday and has given herself the first 2 weeks off work to go away and get a tan, says the source. But Karen and Pete weren't keen on her taking the kids away on a long-haul holiday. Katie is always a bit disorganized when it comes to booking return flights, especially if she talked a friend into paying for them. "I think the kids' dads were worried they'd miss the first few days of term in January, which isn't fair on them. It's not like they've had a huge road. They've just asked Katie to consider going on holiday alone and leaving the children to prepare for their first day back." Meanwhile, Peter Andre has taken Princess and Junior on a luxury ski holiday in the French Alps. The trio are enjoying the trip with Peter's wife Emily and their 2 youngest children Theo and Amelia. Last September, Bunny and Jet, who Katie shares with ex-Karen, missed their first day of the school year when Katie took them on a family holiday to Turkey. The model also had a surgical consultation while she was out there, and had taken toy boy Charles Drury along on the holiday, behind boyfriend Chris Boyson's back. And the year before, Katie failed to attend Princess and Junior's first days at their new school because she was partying in Spain. Sources told The Sun that Peter was devastated she hadn't been there as promised, although Katie later posted a screenshot proving she'd spoken to daughter Princess for 1 minute after school. Katie added on Instagram, "I wish my 2 ex-husbands would stop being pals and trying to both destroy me in every way and now using the children. It's sad, cruel and pathetic. Leave me alone." She was slammed by a judge for a lack of respect in March 2019 for missing the court date to party in Thailand. And Katie also failed to attend court in October this year, with her lawyer claiming she was due back into Gatwick at 9 a.m. that day. She was banned from driving for 2 years after the prosecutor urged court to carry on with the matter despite Katie's absence, saying her solicitors knew about this date and knew about her whereabouts and that she'd be returning to Gatwick this morning. Even if she came back at 9 a.m., she could have made an appearance at this court today. Katie and Peter's reps have been contacted for comment.